I bet you've never seen EDC gear carried like this before. When I saw this little metal case, I knew right then I had to make an EDC kit out of it. This little metal case is the perfect size for a micro EDC gear kit. This case was designed to carry in your pocket. It's actually a repurposed cigarette case. So I've been seeing a lot of people build out tiny little EDC kits out of Altoids cases. I really like that idea. I think it's really cool. So I decided to build my own, but put my own spin on it. Now, if you started collecting small little EDC items, even like keychain items that are made for EDC, you're going to find that a lot of those type of items will fit in a little case like this. When I got my case, I was really surprised about how much of my gear would actually fit in here. I think you'd really enjoy a little project like this if you decide to try it. Making a handful of tools fit in here is like playing Tetris. You try different ways to fit things until you actually make it work. I really enjoy the way different types of tools feel in your hands. I love the way you can feel the engraving and the letters on this box. When I bought this off Amazon, I thought maybe it could be painted. I wasn't really sure how great it would be. When I got my hands on it, I could really feel the indentions in the metal, and I really like that. I think it's so cool. Even if the finish wears off, I'm still going to be able to see the writing and everything. When this little case is empty, it doesn't weigh much at all. I was curious about the durability of it and how long it would last, just opening and closing it lots of times. Now that I have this little case in hand, I can kind of get an idea of the durability and how long I should expect it to last. I wouldn't expect this little metal box to withstand very many drops. If you drop this little metal box and it lands on the side, it's probably not going to shut right after that. But if you were lucky and you dropped it and landed on this side, on the flat side, it's probably not going to hurt it at all. It might just scratch it, no big deal. When I carry this setup, I've been noticing the best way to pick it up is holding it on the top and the bottom. If you pick it up on the sides, you're probably going to hit the button, it's going to end up popping open on you. The smooth lid and the rounded edges make it really nice to carry. It fits in your pocket and doesn't hang up on anything when you reach in your pocket to get it or pull it out. It's not going to snag on anything. It's just really smooth. It's really made to fit in your pants pocket just perfect. I was so excited to see that my Olight mini pin would fit in this case perfectly. It takes up every bit of space, but it doesn't interfere with the lid. The pin really takes all the styling it has from firearms. The grooves machined into the pin body are designed after barrel riflings. The bolt action's fun to fidget around with, and the top of the pin looks just like a primer on the back of a bullet casing. I'm a really big fan of Olight, so I had to include one of their tiny lights in this kit. This Olight i3E EOS is a AAA battery powered flashlight. It's more than enough powerful for a nice little kit like this. It's a really nice little light. It makes about 90 lumens, and if you want to turn it off and on, all you got to do is unscrew the flashlight cap. That's all it takes. There's only one setting. It's just a nice little handy light. It's a great light for a keychain too, but small size makes it perfect for a kit like this. I also wanted to show you guys this little Clarus keychain light. It's a very inexpensive little rechargeable light. I just wanted to show you guys some extra options. I do like the Olight better, but this one's really small and compact. It's really thin, so it's kind of perfect for a case like this. My little Olight is plenty small enough too, but this is just another option. They're about the same price. This one actually might be a little bit more, but it's just a nice little keychain light. It's plenty bright when you need it. I think there's a couple settings, but it has just a little USB charging system. You just pop this little cap off right here, and you can recharge this. That's the only really difference is you have a nice little rechargeable light instead of having a AAA powered for the Olight. I was just showing you that. I think it's a cool little option for a really thin little case like this. It really fits in there really nice. It doesn't take up much room. This Itoki K1 is an obvious choice for a knife for this compact kit. It has one of the slimmest profiles of all the EDC utility knives. There's even plenty of room in here if you want to keep some extra blades somewhere in this kit. If you had 2 or 3 extra blades, you could just wrap like painter's tape around them, and you could store them right here in this kit. This is just a simple little utility knife. It has a really cool design. Some people like this and some people don't. I love it. I think it's easy to use. All you have to do is press this little button and pull the blade out with your other fingers. It's not a slider. It is nice to have a sliding utility knife, but this one's kind of more manual. All you have to do is press the button and then move the blade around. And it just comes and goes in place. And if you need to change the blade, you just press the button and pop it out. You can see this little K1 really fits in here just fine. It's plenty small enough that you can see there's actually some extra room here. And even if it's a little taller, it won't hurt. If you have a utility knife and you want to put it in here, it may fit. You just have to be creative with the other items. Like some of these other items I have, you could take them out or move them. But this one fits just fine. It's not too long. You could actually fit a little bit longer utility knife here. But man, this one fits perfect. So it's just the right fit for this kit. These Uncle Bill's tweezers can be added to any kit because they're so small. They easily fit in here and they don't get in the way of any of your other gear. It's not something I need very often, but it's nice to have these, and I can put them in here, and it's just a nice little feature to have. They just unsnap, and they can snap into this little case, and they slide in through this little notch right here. So they're really a neat little item to have, and they, like I was saying, they don't take up much room in your case, so that it doesn't hurt to have them, and it's always nice when you need them. These Mr. Green nail clippers fit just fine in this little kit, and they're a nice little addition to this box. The Mr. Green brand did a nice job with these. They're heavy and they didn't skimp on materials. Adding toothpicks and floss to this kit is a great idea. These are items that I can use every day. I wanted to carry these individually wrapped toothpicks, so I went on Amazon and I found these. They're very inexpensive and they seem to be really well made. And it's just nice to have them wrapped like this, and I even took a little rubber band and made a little bundle. I'm keeping about 10 wooden toothpicks rubber banded together and about 4 to 5 of these floss picks on the other side of the tools. They all fit really nice on this side. This little metal band, this little piece of metal has a little spring to it, so it kind of holds things in place a little bit. The toothpicks and the floss picks, they're pretty forgiving, so when you close your case, they kind of work with the other tools. They'll kind of mush down a little bit. That way it doesn't interfere with anything and everything shuts. If you need to write down any notes, I'm keeping a small stack of Post-it notes in here. What's neat about Post-its is that you can carry as many as will fit in your kit. These Post-its even have an added benefit. They provide some sound deadening with all the little metal tools that are moving around inside. I even put a Post-it note under all these tools, just so it won't be so clanky with all the tools in here. If I had some cool stickers, I would line the inside of my case to help with that rattling. You'll just notice a little bit of noise because the case is metal and most of your tools have metal on them, so it kind of makes a little noise in your pocket. But these little Post-it notes kind of help with that. And like I was saying, if you had some cool stickers, it'd be kind of neat to see them right here on each side, and it would just be like sound deadening too. I think you'll have a lot of fun kitting up a little case like this. I really enjoyed moving all these pieces around until I found the best place to store them. If you'd like to build a kit like this, I'll leave links for all the items down in the description of the video. I'd really like to hear everyone's feedback on this build. What items would you keep in here? I would also like to hear what other types of containers would be good for EDC carry. I've seen that the Altoids tins is a classic build and would be challenging because of how small they are. This was a fun challenge putting all these items together in here. I hope to get more ideas so I can keep building little kits like this.